First and foremost, welcome to the experience. I'm your host, Stephen the Dream. This is This, That, and the Third interview series. We are live at the Power 104.4 FM studios. And as always, Creative Eye Visuals is behind the scene, on the cameras, the man with the plan doing his thing as always. Folks, you do not have to double take right now. What you are not seeing is not a joke. It is not an act. It is not a game. Yes, it is two red brothers in the building, two red beards in the building, two talented motherfuckers in the building right now. Ran across this guy from just scouring the internet. Shots to Training Day, no advisory. Them people over there, you know what I'm saying, was able to come across this cat, and you know first when I saw him, of course I was like, I gotta tap in. I gotta make sure we ain't family, nothing like that. You know what I'm saying? I had to check and just see. But then I checked into the music. You know what I'm saying? I checked into that Chief wave. And then I realized, we got real rappers, real spitters right here in the city that's doing their thing, man. So had to bring the one and only Chief Ray's in the building with me live on This, That, and the Third. What's up, man?
Thank you for having me, man.
Absolutely, man. I'm glad to have you up here. Let's get started, bro. You know what I'm saying? Growing up as a ginger, you know what I'm saying? We had it rough in this world, How was it for you? I just need to know for personal. Forget the interview. I'm just talking to my brother right now.
Yeah, we like 1 in 100, so.
1 in 100, man.
We getting looked at everywhere we go.
Right.
From the time we was born to the time we was all going through school and all that,
It has its good and its bad, though.
All the guys hated on.
Everybody. Bro, why you got blonde hair, red hair? What's going on?
Yeah.
I don't know, bro.
Being excluded, man.
But then as you get a little older, right, them ladies start, you know what I'm saying, checking in. They start.
Different.
It's different, right?
Yeah.
I know.
It's an advantage.
Major advantage. You know what I'm saying?
It's a talking point.
We don't even.
You know what I'm saying? Dudes with black hair can't go like, what's up, girl? I got black hair.
It don't work that way.
You know what I'm saying? I got black hair. Nah.
We're going to jump off of it because, you know what I'm saying, there's some other dark-skinned brothers in the building, you know what I'm saying, that might feel some type of way, and we don't want to do it.
It's all love to everybody.
It's all love, though. But Chief Ray, man, I definitely appreciate you for coming up, man. Let's get into the origins, where you come from, where you were born, where were you raised?
Let's see. I was born in Bremerton, right outside of Seattle, Washington.
Oh, word?
Yeah, but I moved to North Carolina when I was 5.
Okay. So Carolina born and raised. Carolina raised.
Carolina raised, for real, yeah.
Okay.
So I came up in Charlotte, yeah.
East side, west side?
West side. I went to Harding. I graduated from Harding.
Harding. Shout out to the folks over there at Harding.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
As you was coming up, what were there any influences around you in terms of like people that might have done music or people that was maybe in entertainment that you looked to or that you had around that you could grasp inspiration from directly close to you?
Like people in my life or like in the industry?
Yeah, no, in your life directly,
Yeah, like my uncle, my mother's brother, my father, you know what I'm saying, my big cousins, just anybody. I mean, coming up black, you just surrounded by a lot of different things and a lot of different, you know what I'm saying, so we come up really hip-hops, for real.
Was it like the hip-hop experience, or was it like I had the church experience, like, you know what I'm saying, like growing up in hip-hop, my mom, she had like the little Keith Sweats, the little John B, you know what I'm saying, I would check them tapes out, but my musical experience came a lot of that being in church and getting that soulfulness and acquiring that. Was that anything that you might have came across as well? Or?
Of course, like,
okay.
I came up in the church. My dad is a pastor.
Whoa, nice.
So, I mean, he hasn't been a pastor all my life, like the last couple of years older. So,
okay.
But I still came up in the church, you know what I'm saying?
Okay.
So, as he was a minister and all that. So, the church was heavy influential as far as like just music always, because that's where like a lot of like instrumentation is like still in the church, and instrumentation is like the heart of music. So.
Yeah, I beat on my first set of drums just playing around in church, and then it developed into, you can hold a beat. You got to play every Sunday now.
Right.
Oh, okay.
Right. I play trumpet. I've been playing trumpet.
Really?
Since 6th
Trumpet?
grade. Yeah. I was in the band at Harding. Shout out to the Harding Band of Gold.
Y'all was y'all really stepping though? Was y'all like, you know what I'm saying?
No, if you know about Harding, you know what we was doing.
Okay,
yeah.
okay,
So
it was like that.
They know what's up.
Okay, shout out to Harding, man. Yeah. Chief Ray, I want to ask you then, that, as you're coming up and developing, who you are as a person, when did the artistry take form? When was the first song developed? Do you remember the first song? Or?
The first song in the studio, like with the homies, just like in the neighborhood. I used to run with this group called Lavish back in the day.
Lavish.
And like when I was like 14, 15, 16 years old.
Okay.
And we had this song called Don't Stop. And I made the beat on Fruity Loops.
Shout out to Fruity Loops. That's a throwback.
Yeah, we recorded in my boy Brandon's closet. It was summertime. His mama ain't let us turn the air on. It was hot.
Was the song hard? You be honest.
For us at that time, yeah.
Okay,
at that time, we was like, oh.
What wave was that? I mean, I don't want to, you don't have to give your age per se, but like, was that like crunk era? Was that?
I'm 26. So
okay,
so
14, 15.
So that was Drake had just dropped like
was it Take Care?
He had just dropped Take Care, like that he had just dropped that single Shawty You My Everything. Well, what was that first hot single he had?
Baby, Best I Ever Had.
Yeah, Best I Ever Had. Yeah, that was like around that time.
With that one, that was Swag Surf era. That was Travis Porter era.
Yeah, Roscoe Dash.
Roscoe Dash era.
We was riding, yeah, like, you know what I'm saying, like Stuart Rock.
Yeah,
you know
facts. Big facts.
All that.
So were you Chief Ray back then? Have you always been Chief Ray? Did it?
Back then, I think I was like C-Top the Don or something like that.
C-Top
crazy thing.
the Don.
Yeah, C-Top the Don.
Shout outs to the C-Top the Don fans out there that really know what's
probably
up.
Like 3 of them.
It's
all the homies.
Hey, sometimes that's all you need, man.
Yeah.
Let me ask you, like, what was your first like support in the music? Like, when did you realize it was something that you're gonna do or that you want to do, in terms of a career? Like, what was that motivation point? Because I know a lot of artists like will do music and might not want to put it out there because the reception is crazy, but some people had that mind to just go into it and whatever it is gonna be. Yeah. What was your thoughts when you made the first song? We'll go after the Lavish, when it was just Chief Ray and it was your first piece of work that you put out there for the people.
I did a song called Stay Up. I was still in school. This was like probably like in 2016.
Okay.
I believe like I had just like me and a couple of my friends from school. I went to Alabama A&M.
Okay.
We had formed this collective called Soul Food, and started like trying to like just dabble in like having our own label. It was really Soul Food was really inspired by what Nip had going on with All Money In. You know what I'm saying? Like just starting your own label and doing your own thing. So like we just had been studying him heavy since like 2014 and 2016. Yeah. Soul Food was a product of us being Nip fans. Just,
right.
You know what I'm saying? So so that started, and I did stay up, and then just the reaction around campus, just like how people were telling me how like the sound was like refreshing, how like because I always did like was in the studio and doing it as like a hobby because it's just like therapy for real, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So I hear that all the time.
And I was really about to just graduate and just do the regular life, you know what I'm saying? Find a little job, 401k, do the whole thing, you know what I'm saying?
The path, the written path for everybody,
Yeah, but when I did that and people told me that it was something that people needed to hear, like the sound was refreshing, it was more lyrical, it was more direct, and it had a clear message and it was a positive message at the same time. So I decided to take it more seriously, and then just after graduating, just seeing how stuff just wasn't playing out how I thought it was just going to play out. So I figured while I'm still young and while I still got a chance to, I might as well just try it out.
Yeah, facts, man. And a lot of times, going to college, that's what it takes. Like, I think a lot of people that, I say college ain't for everybody, but it's kind of what you can get out of it. Like, I went to school for about 1.5 years, 2 years, and the connections that I got out of it is going to last forever. Like, you're probably soul brothers. Like, y'all probably, locked in, so like, soulful.
Yeah, shout out to them, man.
Y'all probably locked in forever, but it was like y'all had to come together from different walks of life to figure out, okay, we all can do this. And now now you back in the Carolinas, doing your thing.
Exactly.
In terms of projects that you put out, you had the mixtape that you dropped. Was that this year?
This was Chief. That was November 2019. Yeah.
Okay. So recently you dropped This Is Chief. Was that your first body of work?
No.
Okay.
But there's like that was my first body of work that I was like seriously trying to like be like, okay, I'm gonna do this rap thing.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So like before, I would put it up on the internet, but just like almost like a casual, like I blog type, but I did this on the side type thing, you know. So I had a project before, as Chief Ray, that was called. Oh my gosh!
It was one of them ones. It's tucked away.
Oh, bro, I'm having like a blank moment.
It happens.
I can't even remember the name of that project.
It happens. Chief Ray so locked in, man. We worried about the current project right now,
like,
you know.
Yeah, like I'm seeing it in my head and I can't even.
We on This Is Chief, you know what I'm saying? We on
Carolina Made.
Carolina Made.
As a matter of fact, and it's still the only place it's on is on Audio Mac. If you go on Audio Mac and search Chief Ray Carolina Made, it's on there.
You got to go there to find it.
Yeah, you got to go there to find it. Yeah.
Is it a different style than what they would get off This Is Chief, or was it?
Nah, you hear a younger voice.
Okay.
Yeah,
so, but if you wanted to go back and see where you come from,
exactly.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
In terms of like videos, like, well, I don't even want to go to videos yet. You seem like you into art. You know what I'm saying? Like just your pictures that you take. It seems like you're very particular about, you know, the images that you portray of yourself.
This guy pays attention.
I'm trying, man. Let these people know, bro.
Hey,
but
a lot of my close friends are artists, like painters.
Really?
Yeah.
Are you a painter yourself, or is that?
No.
Okay.
I'm not, but that's my crowd.
Right,
you know what I'm
right.
saying?
That's where you get your inspiration from, I'm sure, in terms of some things you write about. Or
I vibe with them, like saying, you know what I'm saying. So like, shout out to Sean, shout out to Mike, shout out
Okay.
to Langston. A lot of my people that I hang around, like my close circle, they're like painters.
There's a real dope like art vibe, creative vibe in Charlotte, bro. And like when I come across those people, like that's the thing. I've been looking at a lot of videographers' Instagrams, and I didn't realize the talented people we got in the city, bro. The fact that they can put together these beautiful images, or even like you said, the painters or the sculptors, man. That's one thing that, you know, I hope this year that the city gets more light for, you know, it's people like yourself, like you said. I'm sure you can, you know, see something that your friend does, and that probably puts you in a mindset to go write something amazing. And,
right.
You know, that's bouncing off of them. They probably doing the same thing, painting and listening to Chief Ray while they getting in their mode, and that's dope. You know, to see two art crafts come together like that. In terms of 2020, do you feel like your music is? Because I don't know if like mainstream wise people are going to like J. Cole has a sound, right? You have a sound. I don't want to put them in the same box, but I think it took a lot of people that cult following to get to mainstream. It took like 40 people to tell you this was hot versus you played on the radio one time.
Right.
Is that been your experience? Because just from hearing your music, like you got to pay attention. Like you got to really pay attention to catch what you're saying, and a lot of it. What has your experience been with that?
So ask that again. You said
like in terms of like your fan base. Like, do you think that? Of course, you want millions and millions of people to rock with your music, but does it seem more you have like an underground group of people that have to discover the music, they have to put it out there for you, or do you feel like you have you can make a hit and it's gonna make you pop?
Nah, I definitely still only got like a selective group of probably people who really listen to my music. Like,
I can hear it though, but but those are the people that will support the hell out of you.
Yeah, and I don't rush to like, my goal isn't to get to like isn't to get millions and millions of people to like see me like I can't cuss on here.
You can cuss all you want, cuz.
Oh, I was going to say, yeah, because I ain't no look at me, fuck on me ass nigga. So
okay.
I don't really care.
Okay. Facts.
So, like, my goal is just to find the people that are trying to hear what I got to say and just talk to them, and we just have our little conversation.
You connect over here. This will be your group.
Me? And if that is a large group of people, cool.
Right.
If it's a small, select group of people, and I'm able to make a living off of that, then I will love what I'll do, and I'll die happy.
But you're going to make music continuously. Because it's something you want to do, but you know it is servicing.
And I'm a musician, so I have to make music. It's a part of my soul. Like, I got to play my trumpet. You know what I'm saying?
You still pick it up and have you played any trumpet on any of your songs?
Not on this recent project, but if anybody that's listening to this does go to Audio Mac and listen to Carolina Made, there's a song on there called... Well, I'm not going to think about that song. There's a song on there where I play my trumpet.
You can go find it on Audio Mac. You got to go check it out. You got to go search. You'll hear it.
New Good Times.
New Good Times?
New Good Times.
Okay. Yeah. Chief Ray is in the building, lot. This, that, and the third. Talk about your relationship with, is it CZ?
My boy CZ.
CZ. Talk about, because y'all done a couple tracks together, right?
We have done a couple tracks together. Only one of them is out right now. For
2-0.
That 2-0, yeah.
It's going crazy on SoundCloud.
So CZ, my boy, he's from Camden, Alabama.
That's Bama.
Yeah, he's from Bama.
I knew it sounded different.
Bama.
It sounded different.
A lot of my family is my dad's side of the family is from Alabama.
Okay.
So that's like where my roots is. You know what I'm saying?
Did y'all link on some like, yo, this my people's like link, or did y'all just?
Nah, like we went to school together.
Okay.
So he went to A&M. I was at A&M. We'd known each other for years.
Right.
And Caesar like just really started like doing music for real probably like about 2 years ago, 2-3 years ago. Like he would come over to the studio because Soul Food, we had just got together. We had a studio at our we had a 3-bedroom apartment. Me, my boy Deontay, my boy Will. We all in Soul Food. We had a 3-bedroom apartment. What's the name? One of the rooms was like the kitchen, and people would come through. They would sit and just watch us do us, or they would join in sometimes. Or it was like a little dojo. You know what I'm saying? So. And he was one of the people that would come up, always pull up, and just watch how we work. And then he would be like, "Man, I want to try it out." So he started to, and then he started just working on it by himself. And so he's taking it more seriously now. He's got a mixtape coming soon. I'm not sure if he dropped it yet, but it's coming out soon. But yeah, he's definitely somebody that's.
Y'all sound together. Y'all sound good together on the track. You know what I'm saying? It's a balance.
I feel like we compliment each other. Yeah, exactly.
A balance for sure, because you get the. It's like the best of both worlds coming together into one. The video is dope as well. Again, the art, you know what I'm saying? Paying attention to the look of it, the vibe of everything. We want to play it for the people right now. I'll let you go ahead and introduce it for them.
Okay.
Let the people know the video and who on it.
For sure. This is 2-0 about me and my boy CZ. It's on all streaming platforms, man.
Make sure y'all get that. We will be right back. It's This, That, and the Third interview series. Steven the Dreams, Chief Ray. We so soulful, man. We'll be back.
Yes, sir.
Top Steve.
It's all about making it out, staying out.
Lord knows I'm trying. Lord knows my trial tribulation. Lord knows I'm tired. Lord knows I'm trying hard to make it. Nigga, this my mindset. This my new emo. Figure it's my time too. Out of tune, I'm tuning up. Lord knows I'm trying. Lord knows I'm trial tribulation. Lord knows I'm tired. Lord knows I'm trying hard to make it. Nigga, this my mindset. This my new emo. Figure it's my time too. Out of tune, I'm tuning up.
See where I'm from, Mr. Sloan, yeah, the motherfucking struggle. The mama steady having kids, daddy barely working. I had plenty people count me out, label me as nothing. Country, thuggers, he'll never have no money. But guess what, motherfucker, I turned nothing into something. Got the jigging out them bags, started running up my number. Where I'm from, it's a jungle, and I made it out the jungle. I can make a cool meal, and I still remain humble. Back in, keep the numbers up. Mindset, nigga, run it up. Ain't no skipping in front of us. Line leader, no follow up. Ain't no skipping in front of us. Line leader, no follow up. Back in, keep the numbers up. Mindset, nigga, run it up.
Lord knows I'm trying. Lord knows my trial and tribulation. Lord knows I'm tired. Lord knows I'm trying hard to make it. Nigga, this my mindset. This my new emo. Figure it's my time too. Out of tune, I'm tuning up. Lord knows I'm trying. Lord knows I'm trying to tribulation. Lord knows I'm tired. Lord knows I'm trying hard to make it. Nigga, it's my mindset. It's my new emo. Figure it's my time too. At a tune, I'm tuning up. At a time to me out, but I still made it count. I had to trip it up, let it struggle. I got some dogs that don't got the muscles. catching hate in the tussle. I'm on the west side in a big rig and it's painted all black. Yeah, that's the best side, never switched up to them niggas in the back. I got it from working up later tonight. Promise on grandma we gon' be alright. Man, it's a lot when you come from the bottom and you gotta prove that you carry the light. I'm ready to fight, I'm on the front line. 25, I ain't got nothing but time. Promise you niggas ain't ready for mine. Chief, I got the recipe right. I count my blessings like every day. I'm thanking God for the rising sun. I thank God that he brought me home. I was really into some heavy stuff. Man, it's a blessing when you get away. Make it to dawn, see a new day. Smile at all the haters in their face. One of a kind can never replace. Lord knows I'm trying. Lord knows my trial tribulation. Lord knows I'm tired. Lord knows I'm trying hard to make it. Nigga, this my mindset. It's my new MO. Figure it's my time to. Attitude, I'm tuned up. Lord knows I'm trying. Lord knows I'm trying tribulation. Lord knows I'm tired. Lord knows I'm trying hard to make it. Nigga, it's my mindset. It's my new MO. Figure it's my time to. Attitude, I'm tuned up. Attitude, I'm.
This, That, and the Third interview series. We are back. Steven the Dream, Chief Ray is in the building. We just watched the video for 2-0. Say bro's name again.
My boy Ceezy.
Ceezy. I don't want to say it wrong. My boy Ceezy on the track.
Instagram, Ceezy 2 times.
Ceezy 2 times on the track. Chief Ray, man, can I ask you a question? Have you ever had a broken phone?
Have I ever had a broken phone?
You had your screen ever broken on your phone?
I'm known for the broken phone.
That's your thing?
I'm known for the broken phone, bro. My first cell phone I got when I was 14 years old, I broke it 2 days later.
You got your first phone and broke it, cuz?
Yes.
And that was when? That was when you was 14, right?
I was 14 when I got
How
my
many
first
phones
cell
have you
phone.
broke since then?
I don't know.
A lot, though, right?
I don't know how many phones I've had since then.
But that's the problem. You've had so many phones, but instead, if you would have just went to my boy Sky Ra Communications, he could have got your phone fixed on the first try. Back when you was full-time. Sky Rock Connections. You got to go holler at Sky Rock Connections. You know what I'm saying? You can go holler at him in Lancaster, South Carolina, because that might be a little trip for you, but he make road calls. Any type of phone repair, computer repair, screen crack, unlocking, service, no service. It doesn't really matter. Sky Rock Connections is the people you need to see, man.
Okay.
So next time you get your phone, look, man, next time your phone acting up, come holler at me. I'm going to send you down to my people out there.
Yes,
it's 110 William Street. They open from 10 to 6 every day. It doesn't matter. You can call them, 803-263-1368. That's Sky Rock Connections. Chief Ray, next time your phone messed up, where you going, bro?
I think I'm going to holler at Sky Rock Connections.
That's what I'm talking about, man. That's what's up. This is That, and the Third interview series, man. Back in the building. Chief Ray, let me ask you, in terms of your music and the growth and development of it, do you feel like you in a pocket, like in a certain lane, or do you ever experiment? Like, is there a song that people would hear and they're like, that really don't sound like the normal Chief Ray I'm used to? But have you done that, or maybe that song isn't released, or are you really focused on? Cause you can rap, bro. You can really rap. That's from what I can hear. You can rap. You can put words together. You can put stories together too. From listening to the music. Do you ever experiment? Do you ever jump outside your comfort zone?
I feel like, yes, I do.
Okay.
I feel like 2-0 was a perfect mix of me being myself but still being outside of my comfort zone.
Yeah.
So, like, that was the song that when many people heard that have listened to me for a long time, they're like, okay, yeah, that was...
It's different.
That was different, but
not...
it was still, like, I still could tell that was you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you didn't enforce that one, but I could definitely... it seemed like you went in his pocket, his lane a little bit without me.
He brought that song to me.
Which it sounded like, it threw me because I'm like...
He brought that beat to me, and he had a verse, and he was like, I need a hook, and I want you to be on the end of it. I was like,
Okay.
Yeah.
You got a song on the project called My Cousin Steven.
Yes, sir.
You know what I'm saying? Two worlds come together. I didn't know if you was talking. When I was listening to the song, you made it clear it wasn't about me, but you know what I'm saying. Clearly, it was somebody in your life that was, like an impact in a way.
Yeah, definitely.
Talk about that song. Talk about that track there.
Definitely. So that song was just inspired by somebody that I had grown up with, been through a lot with, seen a lot with. We were both from Seattle area over there in Bremerton. Moved over here together when we were young. So it was somebody that, one of the few people that I was running with in Charlotte that I had literally known since birth. You know what I'm saying? So
right.
We talk about people that's been around me since I was born. That was one of those people. So, like, just growing up in Charlotte, really got close, like, just over time because of the kind of interactions that we would have. And, like, when I was in middle school, we didn't have a lot of money, you know what I'm saying? So, like, you know how sometimes, like, some kids who don't come from a lot of money, like, they somehow they still, like, be like, their parents still, like, try to get them fresh.
Yeah, for sure.
Didn't give a fuck.
So you didn't even get like the AN1s and everybody had the Jordan. Like they didn't even like, you know what I'm saying, get you the knockoff.
My people wasn't on trying to impress nobody, and now I know why they did that.
Okay, that was important though.
It was very important, my upbringing. It's very important on why I am the way I am today. But I mean, I would stay like in like the Reeboks or these. I would stay in whatever wasn't hot. Like, I remember I was rocking Saucony's, and nobody was rocking Saucony's, and all of a sudden Saucony's came back.
I was about to say, yeah.
And
everything you
like
had,
Saucony's be $19 in Payless, man.
Facts. Come right back. Yeah, you was just on my ass.
For real, but
and
I
done thrown mine away.
But I mean, so coming up, but then Steven was getting in trouble in his house, so he moved in with us when I was in middle school. So he brought all his clothes over. I remember bringing all his clothes over one time, and then I was tall. I was always taller than him.
Same size.
No, I was taller than him. Exactly. Okay. We wore the same size in shoes. We was at that age where we had crossed over.
That's all it took.
Boom. So you know what I'm saying. I remember he saw my fit one time going to school. He's like, "Cuz, where you going?" I was like, "To school." He was like, "Hell no."
Not with me. Not walking beside me every day. Not like that. You know what I'm saying? Everybody got that buddy.
Everybody got that homie. I'll never